Then a week into August, and that means back to school is right around the corner. For parents, that means it's time to budget for an increase in school-related costs. To walk us through what that can look like, we're chatting with Jean Chalafu Kiley. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, I was like, I can't get her name wrong. The EVP Director for Consumer Banking over at Sunrise Banks. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Stacey. Excited to be here today.
So why does back-to-school shopping always seem so expensive?
Yeah. You know, and I can't believe it. They say that the average now spent per child is $800. And so when you list those numbers, that's astonishing, even to a parent. And as you go through and start to think about it, I think part of it is just like the summer ending and school beginning, it sneaks up on us. And I don't think that back to school shopping is something that we put in the category of large spends, like we do with a vacation or some of those other things, a vacation or the holidays or a birthday, right? It kind of sneaks up on us. So I think it's earned its way with those numbers into the large spend, have to budget for categories.
At this point, I mean, when you're up at the cabin, you're not thinking like about a calculator or a backpack. So that really does make sense. Are there any trends that you're seeing, whether it be with clothing or technology, that could end up adding to the parent shopping cart?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that a lot of schools now provide support for children as far as, you know, if it's the iPad or some other technology, but a lot of times they have to bring something else. So they've got to bring the headphones that go with it or things like that. So those are definitely a piece of it. Children now, most of the time, are encouraged or required to bring a water bottle. So, you know, you don't have to have the brand name water bottle. You don't have to have that. You can go ahead and usually make some changes there to make it a little more affordable.
Okay, yes, because Stanleys are expensive.
They are.
So that,
really
that would add to the cart for sure. How can families avoid overspending while still getting everything their kid needs?
Yeah, I think there's a couple ways to do that. And some of the ways that I do personally, so shop your house. So first, shop your house. Look for things that you might have within your home that you haven't used or that still have some time left in them. So is that backpack still good to go and you just need to put it through the wash? I mean, if there are things that can be reused, I would encourage you to reuse them. If there are shoes that maybe were a little big last season, make sure you pull those out and take a look and see if they fit now. So shop your house and be really clear about what you actually need as compared to just what's on the list.
I like that, shop your house, because there's so many things hidden that can easily be good for your kid to take to school.
Exactly.
Before I let you go, for families who may not be able to afford everything off the school list, what local resources are available to families?
There's so many different resources. I would encourage those families to reach out to their school directly, talk with their school within your community. I mean, I even have some different Facebook groups that I'm involved in that have free sites. And so it's parents sharing things within that community. If you have that extra backpack, post it on there for someone else who might be interested, and your child can have a new to you option. So there's resources like that, and then also within your community, I'd say check in with your county, see what other resources are available.
All right, it takes a village, right?
It does. It takes a village.
Thanks so much for these great tips. These are very helpful, especially for a lot of the parents who watch. We'll have all these tips and more at KARE11.com/noon. We'll be right back.